Hello guys, I really admire your courage to be here with me and take this step to get rid of your lower back pain. So we get to the exercises right away, but first I just want to explain what you need for doing these exercises. You absolutely need a foam roller that is more for the level of beginner and intermediate, and we will use some cross balls too. It doesn't matter which size it is exactly, but while we are going through the exercises, I explain more. We have softer cross balls that they are again for the level of beginner and intermediate, and harder that when you get more advanced, it's better to use this. So we need a cross ball and a foam roller no matter what is your level. And if you have a weight, grab those weights and let's get started. Perfect. Let's just start with a warm-up that we can improve our range of motion. Super simple. You can hold on to a wall for your balance, or if you have a better balance, don't hold on to something. Just simply swing your leg forward and backward. Nice. Let's do the same thing the other side. Don't forget you can hold on to something. Perfect. Now it's a good time to switch to the other side. So now we go right and left. We would like to warm up the hip joint in all the directions. Nice. The other side. Don't forget, if you don't have balance, please hold on to something that you can swing your leg better. This is not a balance exercise, but more warming up your hip joint. Nice. Now, next exercise, we're gonna roll our leg to the right, to the left. Same thing the other side. Warm up the hip joint. Don't forget, if you need, hold on to something for your balance. Just make sure you make the biggest circle possible. Warm it up. And awesome. Perfect. Now we go to inner thigh stretch a little bit. Give a space between your feet as much as you feel balanced and stable. Then bend one knee, keep the other knee straight. Feel that deep stretch in the inner thigh, and then the other side. Let's go. Keep going a few more times. Just loosen up the tension from the leg. Open the hip, inner thigh, to be able to move better for the next exercises. Super simple, nothing fancy. And perfect. Now let's go a little bit of stretch for the hamstring. Super simple. Hinge from the hip, push your butt back. Drop yourself down as much as you can. Feel that deep stretch behind the knee, hamstring, in your calf. Let's hold it about 30 seconds. Breathe through it and open the back of your leg. Nice. Just slowly come back up. Now, again, if you need, hold on to something for your balance. Grab your ankle. Let's stretch a little bit your thigh or quad. Let's hold it about 30 seconds again. If you are not capable to grab your ankle, you can use an elastic, or simply you can put your leg, your ankle on a chair in the back. That will help you to bring the leg up, especially if you feel cramp in the hamstring while you do this exercise. Perfect. Now let's do the same thing the other side, 30 more seconds. Don't forget, try to hold on to something if that's more helpful to feel the stretch deeper. Would like to stretch the lateral side of the torso and hip. You can put your hand on the wall, cross the leg. If I'm crossing my left leg, I bring my left arm up and I bend to the side to feel that deep stretch You can feel it in the ribs or in the hip. It depends your mobility. So just focus on the stretch, and if you can, push your hip to the opposite side. Let's hold it for a few seconds. Awesome. Let's try the same thing the other side. Perfect. Now it's the time to get on the floor and do a little bit more stretches to get ready to go through our release technique. Let's simply start in the all fours position and do some cat-cow again for warming up your spine. Perfect. Now, we go to the next one. We would like to stretch your groin area. Put one leg in the front. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. You don't go too far away. We don't want to hurt your knee. If your knee is sensitive, put a pad under your knee and try to go deeper as much as you can, and your flexibility led you to do it. Don't force yourself. It should not be painful. It's just a moderate stretch. Let's hold it. If it's hard for you to balance, you can grab your foam roller and simply hold to your foam roller or to the wall to feel more stable and feel the stretch deeper. Perfect. Let's do the same thing the other side. Don't forget to breathe deeply. That helps to release and relax the muscles better and improve your range of motion. So breathing is really important. Perfect. Now, I want you to open the leg to the side again as far as your mobility let you. And from here, we would like to focus on stretching the lateral side of your hip and back. And if you're too tight right here, maybe you feel it more in the leg, but it's all right. So again, it depends on your flexibility where you feel the stretch. I want you to put one hand here, whatever you can, here, or your toes, and bring one arms up and bend to the side, and let's hold it about 30 seconds. You can feel the stretch in the leg, hamstring. You can feel it the lateral side, close to your hip and lower back, or you can feel it in your ribs and upper back. So it depends your flexibility again. Don't forget to breathe. Again, same thing the other side. Let's go last stretch. That is the child pose. Just stretch and decompress a little bit your back. Let's hold it about 30 seconds again. Now we are ready to switch to our release techniques with the foam roller and crossball. So let's start by releasing our thigh or quad with the foam roller. No matter what is your level, let's start with this one to just get rid of tensions and get rid of tender spot and knots on your thigh. So I want you to be on the plank position on your elbow, and then try to roll your thigh on the foam roller from the upper side of your thigh to the lower side. And when you find a spot that it hurts or painful, try to hold it for 6 seconds on it. Breathe deeply, relax. Then if you can, keep going and doing this. But if it's too hurtful, again, keep rolling. And keep repeating the same thing. So the goal is to find the tender spot or spot that it looks like a knot or is tight, and it can be hurtful or super tight, and it's not fun to feel it, but we improve over time. Hold on it, breathe deeply that you can relax the muscles. Hold it, and again, if it gets too painful, don't hold on it because you will be super contracted and you won't get a good release. Let's do it again. If you're doing it by yourself, maybe holding this position will be super hard to you if it's your first time. Just keep doing whatever you can. There should be no pain in the lower back. Just you should feel that tenderness on your thigh, and at the end of releasing this muscle, you should feel more comfortable in this position, or at least you feel that you got a little bit release. Perfect. Let's come down. The next release, it will be releasing the inner thigh. So you can go for a softer ball or a ball that is harder. But again, if you don't have enough range of motion in this position, it's hard to use a small ball because you cannot add enough pressure on the trigger point. So try to see which one works for you better. You cannot use the foam roller for this one. You need absolutely a cross ball. So I go with the biggest one, the one that is bigger. So this one, you will be in a position that we sleep in that position. One leg is bent from the knee, the other one is straight, and I want you to put the cross ball in the inner thigh right here, in the inner thigh that the leg is bent. So not really lower side of the inner thigh, but more the upper side that is close to the groin, right here. So we put this down, we add pressure, make sure you're comfortable, you find the spot right away, it's the tightest spot, and then you put your forehead down on your hand. Don't forget to breathe deeply and just relax in this position until you feel more relaxed. Inhale deeply and exhale. Let the ball sink in to get a deeper release. Sometimes it hurts as hell. Again, you can move a little bit if it's too uncomfortable. Or don't hold it as much as I'm doing. Hold it less and take a break sooner than me. Awesome. Let's try the same thing to the other side. Again, I show you where is the spot. It's in the inner thigh, close to the groin. It's not lower side, but it's upper side in the inner thigh. Let's go for about 1 more minute. Don't forget to roll it a little bit side to side to find the spot, and when you find that tender, tight spot, relax your forehead down on the hand and breathe deeply. Let the ball sink in. Awesome. So the next one, it will be your glute medius. So it's exactly right here, the upper side of your glute, that it can create lots of pain. So if here is lots of bone, it's not on the bone, but it's much more in the muscular level right here. So I want you to put the ball right here. We will lie on our back. So again, if you're a beginner, please go with a softer ball, because the harder ball, it will be super painful. Even this one can be pretty painful for you if you just started these techniques. So grab what you think is the most convenient for you. We lie on our back, grab the ball, and put it exactly upper side of your glute and roll it side to side. When you find a spot, again, if one spot feels much more tender than others, hold on it for a few seconds, breathe deeply, and try to relax your hip on the ball. Maybe you say it's like impossible because you have lots of pain, but the pain will improve over time. You have too much pain because there's lots of knots and tender spot on the muscle. Again, if it's too much pain, keep rolling. If you are really incapable to hold, try to hold it 3 seconds, 5 seconds. But when you improve, you can hold it longer. Let's keep it 20 more seconds. Don't forget, none of these exercises should add any pressure in your lower back. We are just trying to release the tight spot and bring proper function to your muscles. Awesome. Let's try the same thing the other side. Don't forget, this will get easier over time. If it's so hard for you to switch or just hold yourself in these positions, it's completely alright. I have clients that they sweat just by doing this, but it gets better and better over time when you get rid of these knots on your muscles that they cause lots of dysfunction. So don't give up, just keep doing this. Taking small steps, it will lead to something better. Don't forget to don't contract yourself, or if you're caught yourself in your thoughts, bring yourself back present here. Breathe through the pain you are feeling. You should stay present with the pain. And make sure you don't feel any tingling or numbing, because that way you are on a nerve. You should just adjust the position. Perfect. The next exercise, again, we keep going with the ball, the one that you prefer. I want to release the TFL. So it should be on the side of the pocket of your pants. So you can put it here. If you imagine there is a bony part here, it should be under this bony part. You just go to your side. it's not on the bone. Be careful, we are not putting the ball on the bone. It's just the muscular structure in your body. So it's under the bone to the lateral side of your hip. Don't forget to breathe. It can be hard to hold this position because you are to the side. You should have a strong core. Again, it can be challenging. Hold it slower than me. Hold it. You don't need to hold it as long as I'm holding it. Do whatever is possible for you. Or you can take a break. Make sure the leg is straight and you bring the back leg front to just feel more stable. If it's hard, you don't have the mobility to do this, keep it straight or keep it to the back. But make sure you're completely to the lateral side of your body. Awesome. Let's do the same thing the other side. If you are doing with the softer ball and you truly don't feel any tender spot, that means you need to switch to a harder ball. So you should go buy one, or if you have, just simply switch to a harder object. When the ball is smaller, it gets more advanced. When it's harder, it gets more advanced. When the ball is bigger, it's less advanced. So the surface is bigger, it will be less advanced and more beginner. But still you can really feel it. That doesn't mean it's not that hard. Perfect. The next one is still we use the soft ball. We go for releasing our gluteus minimus, that is the side of your glute. Again, you need to lie on your side. Put the ball right here. This go toward your glute, your bum more, toward your butt cheek, but you're completely to the side. So don't lean back. You're completely to the side. Same position, feel stable, do whatever you can. If you don't have mobility like this, put the leg down. Just try to find a comfortable position, but keep yourself to the side. Awesome. Let's try the same thing the other side. If with the ball is super painful, even the softer ball, you can go with the foam roller, this one. Okay? That's a little bit more beginner and less advanced. So again, try always to switch, see which one works for you better. But you should absolutely feel the tender spot. If you do not feel anything, that means you are not getting rid of any nuts, or you are not just getting release in the tender spots. Try to do this exercises while you're by yourself. There is not that much noises or distraction, that you can really connect to your body and stay with the pain, that you can get that release. Awesome. For this one, we need our lovely foam roller. So this one can be a little bit challenging because everybody has such a tight spot. That is the lateral side of your leg above the knee until under your butt line. So I want you to use this no matter what is your level. Highly recommend to use this first. You put this, again, it's not on the lateral side of the butt, but it's under the line of your bum, and it goes toward the knee, to the lateral side. You will be under the on the elbow. Again, if you don't have mobility for the leg to like be like this, you can keep it back, but don't go back. Keep yourself to the side. Let's go about 1 minute. You can roll it. Sometimes it's so hard to roll because it's super painful. Breathe deeply, inhale and exhale. And whenever you feel you can't anymore, just stop it. You will improve over time, you progress, and you can hold it longer. That will be a big strengthening for your arms too, because it's hard to hold yourself in this position. So don't give up. It can be challenging if you just started doing this release techniques, but you got this. It's really for your own good, because it will lead to something, to a great result. Awesome. Take your time. Let's switch it to the other side. Don't forget, if you're slower than me, it takes much longer for you to switch, to adjust the position. It's normal. You just started. Over time, when you repeat this video, keep repeating doing this, you get much easier for you to switch, and you get used to the movements. Don't forget, don't roll it all the time. Roll it for a while. Find a spot that is tender. Hold on it for a few seconds, as much as you can. Then when you are like, I can't anymore, keep rolling it again. Sometimes you need to move your hands or just adjust your position the way it feels comfortable to you. You should be relaxed in the position. I know it does not make sense because it's painful and hurtful sometimes, but you should find a spot, a position that you can relax and relax the muscles while you're feeling that pain, or really tight a spot that you can get a better release. Awesome. Again, for the next exercise, we need the foam roller. We will release your piriformis. So we need to sit on the foam roller. 2 variation. If you just started, you are not able to bring your leg up, I want you to keep your leg straight. Just lean to one bum, like one of your bum, so you are not sitting on both of your glute, just one side. You should feel your piriformis right away. And if you don't feel anything, I want you to bring this leg that you are leaning toward up in the 90-degree position. If it's harder to bring it up, you can keep this leg a little bit more straight, that you can bring this leg up. Again, just adjust the position, see which one works for you. And breathe. Hold it when you find a spot. If you're stressed while you're doing this, or you cannot relax, this won't work. You need to relax. Awesome. Let's try the other side too. Again, I'm not sitting completely straight. I start here, but then I lean toward one side, and then I bring this leg up that I'm leaning on. So it's not the other leg, it's this leg. If you cannot bring it on, keep it straight. Let's go. It's normal, it's one side. If one side is just harder to do than the other, we are asymmetrical. It's completely normal. Perfect. Let's again. For this one, we need a cross ball again. Choose the one that it works for you the best. We want to release this muscle in the back, in the side, in the back, in your lower back. So it's not on the bone here because we have lots of bone here. Go a little bit upper, right here, and we focus just first on one side. Again, you can roll it, find a spot, hold it. You should lie on it. Bring your hip a little bit up. Find the right spot. You can roll it. And then when you find it, you can relax your hip down. Breathe. Don't forget to roll that. You can roll it side to side or up and down a little bit. Make sure you are not, the spine is to the side, like there is nothing on the bone. It's just completely muscles. Awesome, we are ready. Try the other side, same thing. Don't forget, you can relax your hip down and just hold on to it. Or keep it up, keep rolling it. Just see what it works for you. Too much pain, it won't work. So you should feel a moderate type of pain that it hurts. And you should, at the end of doing this, you should feel a little bit, even 1% of release, that is like easier to hold on it. And over time, when you repeat this in few sessions, you get better and better. So this release, we go to the groin area because again, we have lots of muscle there that they can get super tight. I want you to focus, if you touch here, you have a bony part, you can go inside of it or again in the line of your groin. Just try to roll it here, see what you find and just hold it because there's lots of trigger points there, but do whatever it feels good to you. Let's lie on your stomach. Let's go about 1 minute. Put your forehead on your hand and just relax. Find a spot, roll it a little bit. Highly recommend to go with a softer ball because it's a sensitive spot. Don't put too much pressure. This is not about being more in pain. This is about releasing and let go of the pain through breathing. Again, when you inhale, then exhale deeply. The deeper you exhale, the ball will sink in deeper and you get a better release. Perfect. Let's try the same thing the other side. Go for a softer ball. Perfect. Don't forget, when you are doing the release techniques, it should not aggravate anything or just make you feel painful after. It's about feeling that uncomfortable feeling. Sometimes it can be a little bit painful, and breathe through it and let go of it, that you can get a release. It improves your range of motion and it gets rid of tightness. So if it's aggravating something or you feel numb or tingling, you are not doing it properly. Just adjust your position or adjust the pressure you are adding, because maybe you are adding too much pressure. Perfect. For this release, we need a chair. I highly recommend go with a chair that is a little bit hard, that it works when you are releasing, because if there is soft or there is a pillow on it, it doesn't work that well. So find a spot, find a bench, whatever it's stable enough. Grab your soft ball or cross ball and put it under your hamstring. So again, you can put your hand, just adjust the position, roll it, and find a tender spot. When you find it, hold on it, breathe. Make sure you don't go too far back. Try to keep yourself straight. That add a little bit more pressure to get the tenderer spot. At any point, if you don't feel things, just switch the ball to something harder or to something smaller or bigger, because sometimes you lack range of motion and your position needs something bigger, and sometimes you just simply you are getting more advanced and you need a smaller ball. And don't hesitate to invest in this, because these balls, they are your best friend. You should use it all the time to keep your physical health, and they are not that expensive. Awesome. Let's do the same thing the other side. Perfect. Now we are ready to do some strengthening, because we release the tight muscles that they get overactivated and they don't let the proper muscle work. So one of the biggest reason of lower back pain is because your bum, your glute max does not work and your core is weak. You can do lots of plank or lots of glute workout, but you never truly feel your core and your glute. So we release those spots that we can feel those muscles better. And again, if you do not feel them, it's because it's still those spots needs to be released. So that happens over time. So you can in one session keep releasing until you get a better activation in the muscles, or over a few sessions it improves more and more. Because imagine if you're 30 years old or 50 or even 80, you just lived a lifestyle that is completely opposite to exercises we are doing. So this needs, again, some more time. Be patient that you can see the result. So I explain it better. If you did not really understand me, it will be more visual. So we want to first start by hip thrust. I'm sure if you're a little bit to exercises, you know what is the hip thrust, the bridge. But listen to me really carefully, because this is not just about doing the movement. This is about connecting your mind to activating the proper muscle and what you are truly feeling. So let's first position ourselves. Lie on your back. I want you to simply push your hip up. Don't go too far high because we don't want any activation in the lower back. I want you to feel your bum. So we keep doing about 15 repetitions of this, and I want you to focus absolutely where will you feel at the end, which muscle you are feeling more at the end of 15 repetition. That's really essential, and I will explain later after this 15 rep. So let's just start really focused to squeeze your bum when you push your hip up, and start focusing where are you feeling it more. Is it thigh? Is it hamstring? Is it your bum? Is it to the side? Is it your abdomen? Okay, that's really important to finding the right muscles, how they are working, and improve your lower back pain. So let's go. Let's go for 15 rep. 1 and down. Focus slowly. 2, squeeze and down. Make sure you are not feeling the lower back. If you are feeling the lower back, have that in mind. Let's go 6. 8. 9, 10. Let's go 5 more. 1, focus where you are feeling. When you push your hip up, do it with your bum more. Squeeze at the top. 3, 4, and let's go last one. 5, up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Perfect. So now, it's really crucial for you to know which muscle you felt more. I want you to feel your bum more, but most of the time what's happening when you're doing the hip thrust, you do not feel your bum. What you are feeling, it's your thigh, it's your quad, it's your hamstring, or you think it's your bum or butt, but it's not, because you feel it more the lateral side here, but you don't really feel your butt cheek, okay? That's really important. Or you feel your lower back. So according to that, choose which muscle you felt the most. If you felt just your glute, your bum, cool, just skip this part. But if you did not feel it, I want you to grab your cross ball again and release that muscle that you felt one more time. So it's not about releasing your bum. It's about, for example, if you feel it on your thigh, you go with the foam roller. We did this at the beginning. You keep doing it one more time. Or your hamstring, we did it on the chair. Or the side of your glute, you lie on the side. Me personally, I felt in my hamstring. So I go release my hamstring one more time and keep repeating the hip thrust again for the second set. So choose which one, repeat that. Let's go just release again together. Choose the muscle that you were tight personally, and then we go for the next strengthening exercise. Perfect. Now that you released for the second time, let's go get back to the hip thrust. Repeat for the second set. And this time, see, where do you feel? Maybe you feel another muscle. You keep repeating this until you can feel your bum. But if that's too much for one session or 1 hour, you just do whatever you can, and over a long time, in few different sessions, over a few months or a few weeks, it depends what your level is, you will improve, okay? So no force, no obligation. Let's just go one more time, 15 reps for hip thrust. Don't forget, focus, push your hip up, squeeze, and down. 2, 3, make sure there is enough space between your feet. They are not too close, they are not too far. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Let's relax. If there is a little bit tension in your lower back, you can bring your knee in. Don't forget, if you're doing the hip thrust, you can, if you feel really your bum, you can go use some weight on your hip and just make it a little bit more advanced for yours. Perfect. The next exercise, we do strengthening your core. Super simple. We do plank, but we do modified plank to just teach your core to tighten the muscle properly and engage everything properly. So what is modified plank? You will be on your knees and on the elbow. Your knee is lower side of your hip, so it's not the same level of your hip. You go a little bit lower. Your back is completely like in a neutral position. It's not high. It's not like this. Keep it engaged. Draw in your abdomen. I don't mean to vacuum it or hold your breath. I mean simply tighten the muscles there. You should really feel the core. If you are feeling it in the lower back, it's because you're arching like this, or you're not simply capable to tighten the muscle in your core. Tighten is like tightening your bicep when you do bicep curl. It's the same thing. Make sure your elbow is under the shoulder. Hold this about as much as you can. I give you 30 seconds. You can hold it 5 seconds. It's not about holding it longer. It's just holding it in a right way that you just feel the core, but not lower back. That will take the pressure off your lower back. That's really important and crucial. So focus. Don't just go through movement. We are re-educating your system. Perfect. Go to the child pose. If there is any tension, get rid of it. Hold this position for a few seconds. Awesome. If you still do not feel your core, adjust your position. See what you are not doing it right. So don't go just through movement to do exercises, because that will not improve your lower back pain. This is about doing everything properly and re-educating your body and connecting with your body again. So let's go to the last exercise. We will do bird dog with the ball on our lower back. That helps to teach you to engage your core. This can be a little bit challenging. People get frustrated right away, but look at it as much more. It's fun. You can fail a lot at the beginning, but when you teach your core to work properly, it gets easier to do it. And it needs a big focus. If you're stressed, if you're tired, you cannot do this. So do this when you have the space and when you are ready to connect to your body and teach your body to do it properly. Don't forget, you can do this strengthening for 2 or 3 sets. and do the releases between them that you get rid of those tension. If you are doing a core and you are feeling it like, I don't know, in your thigh, well, that's not normal. It means here is super tight. So those release techniques that we did, get back to it while you are doing the strengthening between the strengthening exercises. That will be really helpful to activate the proper muscle. So let's get to the bird dog. You need your cross ball. You are in the all-fourth position. You put the ball on your back. So again, for some people, even this position is hard because the ball will drop. And what's the reason? It's because maybe you are too high or you are arching your back too much. Find a neutral spine, so it's not a straight completely, it's a little bit curved, so it's really completely a neutral spine. You put it here. Sometimes it drops because your back is too high. You don't have a neutral curve. Put it here. Make sure your wrist is under shoulder, your knees under hip. There is enough space between your hands and between your knees. And simply, I want you to engage the core again. Tighten the muscle in the core. That does not mean you are vacuuming or holding your breath. That simply means you are just holding, like bracing your core. Okay, you learn this over time. I want you to bring opposite arm and leg up nice and slow. First engage, then bring it up, hold it, and bring it back down. If the ball drop, it means your hip is tilting to the side, or you are just simply shifting to the side, or you lose the neutral curve. Those, like, it really makes sense if you have lower back pain because you are not using your core properly while you're walking or doing other activities. So let's do the same thing the other side. Engage the core, hold it 1 second, and bring it back. Let's do 2 more together. If you fail, it's okay. Don't give up. Don't judge yourself. Don't go too fast. Focus. Engage. Bring it back in. The other side. You can do this 10 times. The repetition is really up to yourself. I'm just trying to show you what is the right way to do it. Engage the core. If you do it without the ball, it's really easy because you simply can drop your hip or shift to the side and you do not even understand it and you are not engaging the core properly. So it's really helpful to use the ball as a guide to do the exercise properly and get a good engagement in the core. And back. Perfect. Let's finish our session with just simply holding the child pose. Give a break to your back. Let's come back up. Perfect, guys. I'm really glad you stayed with me and you tried your best to do all these exercises. This will absolutely make a big difference. But again, it depends what is the root of your lower back pain, where it's coming from. This is like a general exercise that most of the people are struggling with, and it can be really helpful. But if after doing this for a few months still you're struggling, it means you should go deeper and do some integrated exercises that it can improve your posture or other things that's going on that need some assessment. So have an awesome day and thank you for being here with me.